In this lecture, we will study about Chalukya Empire. This is an important topic for Prelims 2024. Let's begin. So, Chalukya Empire, if you will see the map, Chalukya Empire is nearby the Deccan region, and Pallavas is adjacent to Chalukya Empire. You should always study the map to have a fair idea where a particular kingdom or empire is located and which time period it is located, who are the contemporary of that empire. So at that time period when Chalukya dynasty was established, there were Maitrakas in the western region. In the eastern part there were late Guptas, there were Mokharis, as well as Pushyabhutis. So you have to remember all of this. So the Chalukya dynasty ruled large portion of southern and central India from the 6th to 12th centuries, leaving an indelible mark on the region's art, architecture, and culture. There were three Chalukya dynasties. First was Badami Chalukyas. They were the earliest Chalukya rulers, reigning from Badami, which is also known as Vatapi, situated in Karnataka, from the mid 6th century. Then there were Eastern Chalukyas. They emerged after the death of Pulkesin II, ruling from Vengi in the eastern Deccan until the 11th century. After that, there were Western Chalukyas. They were descendants of the Badami Chalukyas. They rose to power in the late 10th century from their capital at Kalyani. Now, the apex of Chalukya power came under Pulkesin II, but it was Pulkesin I who established the Badami Chalukya dynasty and the empire's capital at Vatapi, or known as Badami. So Pulkesin II was the greatest Chalukya ruler who expanded the empire across the Deccan. His territorial expansion, he followed an aggressive expansionist policy. Pulkesin II conquered the Kadambas, Ganges, Mauravas, Latas, Malavas, Gurjars, as well as the Chola, Chera, and Pandya kingdoms. Now you can understand the might of Pulkesin II and his famous battle with the Harsa, and how he conquered the Ganges. All of these showcase his military might as well as how able administrator he was. So there can be any question which can come from his time period. His contribution is art and architecture, literature, their contemporaries, all of these can be asked. Now they were great patrons of the art. In terms of architecture, they pioneered the Vesara or Deccan style, which takes a few elements of Nagara and few elements of Dravida. So in Nagara, we have a temple situated on upraised platform. Okay, in Nagara style, we do not have huge boundaries. We do not have large gopurams. There is absence of intricate carving in the outer walls. So which all are there in Dravida style. Now Vesara will take certain elements from the Nagara style and certain elements from the Dravida style. So it was a kind of hybrid style which was developed by Chalukyas. Sculpture also, there are magnificent cave temples with intricate carvings and beautiful mural paintings which were established during the time period of Chalukyas. In terms of literature, the Kannada and Telugu literature flourished along with Sanskrit, which was at that time period seen as language of elite. Okay, everything flourished, and they were the great maritime power. They were a dominant naval force controlling trade routes across the Arabian Sea. If you see the map, they are controlling the Arabian Sea region. They are in the western coast. Okay, if you know the location, now for example, if there is a question that they controlled the trade routes across the Arabian Sea, if you are clear with map, you can easily solve this question. So knowing the map, knowing the time period is extremely important in solving questions of history. Another important point is that though they were Hindus, they were extremely cosmopolitan. uh, they were not trying to reduce any philosophy, any religion, whether it was Buddhism, whether it was Jainism. They were extremely tolerant. There are some iconic Chalukya temples like Ladkhan Temple. It was one of the earliest Chalukya temple displaying the Vesara style. Second is Virupaksha Temple. It is a magnificent Dravida style temple. It is also in the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Pattadakkal. The third one is Papanath Temple, an extra exemplary Nagara style temple also located in Pattadakkal. You can see they are in some temple they are taking Dravida attributes more, or in some temple they are taking Nagara style more. You can see that it is the Papanath temple is situated on the upper raised platform, okay, or following a kind of Panchayatan style. Panchayatan style is a feature of Nagara style, okay. Now, what is the legacy of Chalukya? The legacy is that they were a military might. They built a formidable army, especially under Pulkesin II. They were the great patron of literature, and architectural innovation can be also found, like Vesara style, a hybrid style, and they dominated the maritime region. So this is a brief idea about the Chalukyan dynasty, and this is enough to solve any question related to Chalukyas. Now, if they are cosmopolitan and if they are tolerant, naturally the social positioning during their kingdom will be better. So, any kind of positive statements about the women or humble background people or untouchables or anything, there is a high chance that it will be correct. So you have to learn history in an analytical way, and in all these lectures I am trying to give that mindset so that you will be able to solve. Merely cramming will not give you good marks in history or good marks in prelims examination. So I hope this lecture was helpful for you. Take care, best wishes, keep learning.